These are the hottest shoe trends of 2026. Some you're gonna love, some you're gonna hate, and that is fine. If you're interested in anything that I show though, I will have everything linked down below in the description box, and I'll also pin everything in the top comment. So at first we have distressed boat shoes. So boat shoes have obviously been around for many years. They're very classic. They're kind of like a casual, chic, uppity shoe that's usually very comfortable. But for this year, we're seeing a lot more boat shoes that have distressing on them, like what you're seeing here. And you can get them in a lot of different colors. They're usually suede. Sometimes you can get them in leather though. So I actually really like this trend, and so I ordered my own pair, and they are so comfortable. I got them from Free People, but the brand actually is Jeffrey Campbell, and I really like the color that I got. I feel like I'll be able to wear it with a lot of different outfits, but they're just so comfortable, and they are a bit pricey. So I will link a few options down below under this trend. Now, another pair of flats that are very popular for this year are loafers, but not just any loafers. I am specifically talking about muled loafers like these in either black or chocolate brown. So I was kind of torn on which one I wanted because I knew I wanted this shoe. I decided to get black. I've seen a lot of people, especially on Instagram, style these, and they just look so cool, and they're just easy to wear. You just slip them on, obviously. And I especially like this style of loafer where they're kind of like the old school loafers, but yet they're updated with the mule style. And then we're seeing a lot of woven textures when it comes to shoes. And obviously this trend can be applied to many different styles, but I especially see them again with flats, especially ballet flats. I love these to pieces. They're from Quince, they're hand woven. The leather's impeccable, so comfortable. And then I recently got these. I think they're from Steve Madden. And this looks a little bit more spring summer. It's more of like a raffia woven detail. I really do like the chocolate brown as well, but this is more of that Mary Jane style that we've seen a lot of the last 2 years. And so that leads me to the next trend that is still huge for this year. It was big last year, but it's back this year, and it is in fact studs on shoes. So yeah, you either love this or hate this, but studs were everywhere last year. You saw them on bags and belts and jackets and shoes, and the Tony Bianco Mary Janes specifically were huge last year. And I wasn't sure if I was going to really like that trend. I ended up ordering this pair from Amazon that are very, very similar. I've worn them so much, and they've held up amazing. The price is fabulous, and every time I wear them out, I get compliments. And so I know, some of you might hate these, but I do think they're really cool, and they're still here for 2026. Now, because studs are so popular, that has caused this next trend to kind of emerge, and that is Rhinestone Mesh, which I love these shoes. I did not expect to love these shoes nearly as much as I do. I think you just kind of have to see them in person. So mesh has definitely been a popular trend for the last year or two, but this takes it to the next level because of the subtle rhinestone. So it kind of reminds me of studs, but they're definitely a little bit more subtle, and you definitely see the sparkle more up close. When you see them kind of far away, they're not as like blingy, but I love these shoes. They're by Steve Madden, and they're kind of a mix between a flat and a sandal. So you definitely feel the breeze. Like these will be great for spring and summer. You slip them on, so comfortable. There is this clear band right here to kind of keep them on your foot a little bit better, but they are so comfortable and so unique. I know, I'm like raving about these, but I just think they're so cool in person. Now, if you are wondering what style of sandal will be the hottest for 2026, it is in fact this style of chunky sandal, which was really popular last year. It started with Chanel, and then a lot of other brands branched out and created their own version of it, and it is still now voted the most loved sandal of this year. I have it in, this raffia version, which is very summery, but you can also get it in black and different colors, and I will say it's not the most flattering sandal, I feel. However, it is, again, so comfortable. You enjoy wearing it. You can wear it all day long. It's just still so popular for this year. All right, let's get into the world of sneakers, because that's a pretty big category, and some of these I love and others I hate so much. I'm curious what you guys think. Up first, we have low cut sneakers and mules. So I mentioned the mules with the loafers, but we're actually seeing a big trend of sneaker mules, which I don't know if I really like this or not. They're not terrible. I probably wouldn't buy them ever, but I am seeing a lot of lower cut sneakers as well. So the trend kind of started with the Adidas Sambas being so popular. Those are already kind of low profile sneakers. But now what's really big for 2026 are this version. And I think it's a mix of like a different version of the Sambas, but also they look like Mary Janes, which have been so popular recently. And so they're kind of like molding the two styles. And I don't know, I feel like not the worst, but I don't love it. But what I do absolutely love are animal print sneakers. So yes, animal print sneakers in all the different prints are huge for this year. So I'm not just talking about leopard, I'm talking about zebra and cowhide, cheetah, and that kind of thing. But I do have the leopard Sambas that I'm obsessed with. I did already share these on my channel. I've worn these so much, guys. If you think that you can't style them or they're not gonna like fit into your outfit, you are wrong. These are so awesome. And they do come with two different shoelaces. I kept the red, it's like an orangey red, but if you do wanna switch them out to the more neutral shoelaces, you can do that. But highly recommend these sneakers. I'll have all of these again linked down below under this trend. Okay, before we move on, this is gonna come out of left field. This is so weird to even talk about, but YouTube recently did a mass clear out of AI bot fake channels. I mean, they deleted them, like that's a good thing, right? But because it was automated, they accidentally deleted many subscribers from people's accounts, which that's not great. So if you could maybe take a few seconds down below and double check to see if you are in fact subscribed to me. Maybe you're not subscribed. I would love for you to do that down below. Now, another trend we're seeing with tennis shoes and sneakers are actually leg warmers. They're making a huge comeback, and I ordered these just to kind of try them out because I really did like them in the model photos and I love them in person. So I actually tried these with my New Balance sneakers that are kind of chunky, and you can see on one side if I'm wearing leggings, you know, if it's really cold outside, that's gonna be a little chilly. So you just put these over top your ankles and kind of drape them down almost like flares over top of the sneakers, and they look really cool. I know some people might not like this, but I do in fact enjoy this trend. But now we're back to something I hate, and I can't even believe I'm about to say this, but wedge sneakers are trending again. Yes, wedge sneakers. They're trending a little differently than they used to. So years back, it was very popular to wear skinny jeans with the wedge sneakers. That crashed and burned. However, wedge sneakers are making a comeback, but usually like I'm seeing all the cool girls wear them with shorts or like a dress or something where you see legs and the wedge sneakers. And I feel like that does make them look a little bit better. But yeah, I don't know, I'm surprised by this one. All right, let's move on to boots because that is another big category. A lot of people love boots, including myself, and I did allude to this in a recent video, but the very loud Western cowboy boots are on their way out. However, subtle Western boots are still in, and that's really what I'm still seeing a lot of different places. They're more just like chic boots with a subtle Western flair. I mean, just like kind of the edging is a little Western, or maybe the pointing of the toe is a little bit Western, but you're not seeing the flares and the accents like we used to. And again, a lot of the chocolates and the suedes are really big for this trend. Now, I do have one more style of boots that are just popping off for this year. They have to do with winter boots, and some of you are going to hate them, but they are flat bottom chunky boots. Moon boots have been popular for many years. They are so darn expensive. For those of you that live in cold climates, people love these because they are so, in fact, warm, but a lot of chic Instagrammers made them look really cool. But they're making a pretty strong comeback, and a lot of brands are kind of creating their own versions of it. So I did get a pair. You're seeing them here. They're furry. I actually do quite like them. I do think I'm returning them though because they are a bit tight. I ordered my regular size 8 and they're just a little too tight on me, but I do like this trend. Although I did just get those Uggs that I'll insert them right here. I wasn't planning on sharing them, but these are definitely not like on trend per se, but they are very warm and I highly recommend them. Moving along to heels. Every few years, the cool heels kind of change. You know, it was very chunky heels recently, and we are now moving into the era of skinny heels, which I think are very flattering on your leg, but so incredibly hard to walk in and uncomfortable. But nevertheless, the skinny heels are making a very strong comeback for 2026. Now, if you think those skinny heels are a little boring and you want to add some pizzazz to them, bows on heels are huge. And I stand corrected. I really thought the bow trend was be gone by now. And no, it's making a full resurgence. People are loving bows on heels, whether it be the backs of the shoes, the fronts of the shoes, any color combo. People are still loving the bows. Now, this next trend is kind kind of surprising and it really covers many different styles of shoes, but they're all early 2000s styles of shoes. So like peep toes, kitten heels, and wedges. But it's a specific trend that we're seeing everywhere, and it's shell confetti. Shell confetti is huge right now, or for this year, which is just a surprising thing to me. And some of it can be more subtle, some of it can be really loud, but it's shell confetti that we're seeing. So again, if you're interested in any of the shoes I shared in this video, whether it be the ones I tried on or the ones in the photos, I'll have everything linked down below in the description box and also pinned in the top comment. But you should watch this video next. This is where I share 15 wearable fashion trends of 2026. None of it is weird. You'll easily be able to incorporate things into your existing wardrobe. So I'll see you over there.